Today we're back in a 2022 Nissan Kicks. This is Nissan's subcompact crossover SUV. It comes in front-wheel drive only. It has 122 horsepower, powered by a 1.6-liter four-cylinder. It's naturally aspirated. That's connected to a continuously variable transmission. We have a very attractive and spacious interior for the overall size of this car. It's super lightweight at 2744 pounds. That's lighter than my BRZ, and gets very reasonable fuel economy. 31 in the city, 36 on the highway, though I imagine you could do a little bit better than that. Let's walk you around this new Nissan Kicks. Really, it's pretty much the same as the 2021 model year. We just have the new Nissan logo for 2022, and we'll show you what it's like inside and out, take it for a drive, and give you guys some thoughts on what this Kicks is like behind the wheel. As tested, this car comes in around $25,000 because it has the Premium Plus package that includes the Bose sound system, heated seats, and a heated steering wheel. Look at that. Very nice feature for those cold winter months. Pretty small, compact dimensions. Very nice for parking in the city. We have 17-inch alloy wheels with 205/55 R17 tires. Looks pretty good in this white too, with a contrasting black roof color. We have plenty of room in the back seat, especially for a vehicle this size. Lots of room for your head to get in and get out. Ingress and egress is super easy. You can see there's a little bit of a Bose speaker here in the headrest too. That's a neat feature. Nice upright stadium seating position in the back seats. We get two USB Type A ports, which is very cool. Is there a center armrest? It doesn't look like it, but I do like the contrast stitching on these seats. And of course, Nissan's zero gravity seats are very, very comfortable to sit in on long drives. Let's take a look in the trunk. You really do have to appreciate the packaging with this Nissan Kicks. It is just amazing how much room they've been able to squeeze out of this subcompact crossover. You even get a compact spare tire back there. I mean, it's all pretty no frills, but you've got this cargo cover here, a grab handle to pull everything down, nice low loading height. Not the most attractive crossover on the market, but has some funky design elements, kind of reminiscent of the old Nissan Juke. Massive headlights. I do like the new Nissan logo, looks pretty sharp. Let's hop inside, show you around this front seat a little bit more. Alright, so pretty straightforward, basic layout here. We have auto up-down windows for the two front windows, lots of physical controls and buttons for climate, our heated seats. We have our parking brake down here, our shifter, engine stop-start button. We get a pretty wide-angle reverse camera with a 360 view, along with parking sensors. Very familiar Nissan steering wheel buttons here. Digital display on the left and an analog speedometer on the right. Get a bunch of different screens. You can see your speed, your driving aids, just a general view of overall your fuel economy and trip. Go into your settings, lots of customizability here. You get an RPM gauge, which is kind of cool. We'll leave it on that. Audio controls, MPG, and then again your info. I do like that you get a physical home button. There isn't a whole lot to do with this infotainment other than Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And pretty typical Nissan infotainment. Not pretty, but very functional. Connects pretty seamlessly with Apple CarPlay. You've got a lot of nice places to put things. Really deep, wide cup holders here, which is great. Little center armrest with some storage space there, and then a nice grippy spot to put your mobile device in the middle. Good sized glove box. I like the leather on this dash panel. The contrast orange stitching, again, looks great in the front seat. Tons of roof height. No sunroof, but we get a nice piece that slides out there to block the sun. Good basic design, simple, effective, and very spacious. Let's take it for a drive and see how it does on the road. This does get very impressive fuel economy, about 33 miles to the gallon combined. It is limited a little bit by the fuel tank capacity. It's just over 10 gallons. But that said, with almost a full tank, I've got about 330 miles of cruising range according to the trip meter. This is not the smoothest CVT that Nissan makes. I do like the additional refinement from the Nissan Sentra over this Nissan Kicks. I think the Sentra is just a much better car to drive, has a little bit more power, has a little bit more niceness and refinement on the interior, but the driving experience is a lot more exciting and sporty for a similar price. Ride quality is good though. There is not a lot of power, unfortunately, from this 1.6 liter four-cylinder. Around town it's fine, but once you get onto the highway, sometimes when you're trying to merge into a tight space, it's a little bit sluggish. Definitely one of the slower cars on sale today. I have fantastic visibility out of the front windshield. This hood just slopes very nice and low. I can get a pretty good idea of where my dimensions in this Nissan Kicks are. Great visibility out of the rear view mirror too. Side is pretty good. That seat pillar has kind of a kick up that impedes visibility quite a bit, but otherwise it's very easy to see out of. Nice high driving position too. I think a lot of people will appreciate that. Wind noise is about average for a car in this class. Definitely not as quiet as the Mazda CX-30 or maybe even the Volkswagen Taos, but not too bad. Handling. You definitely feel like you are in a small, lightweight crossover. Not necessarily a fun or sporty driving experience, but there is a light chuckability to the demeanor of this car overall. One knock against this Nissan Kicks is that it only comes in front-wheel drive compared to a lot of its competitors which offer all-wheel drive. But if I'm being honest, with only 122 horsepower, you really don't want more drivetrain loss out of a CVT powertrain. And with a good set of winter tires, if you live in an area with inclement weather, snowy winters, that's pretty much all you need. You can see we get a few simulated shifts here from this CVT. No stop-start system to worry about. A very simple and relatively easy and straightforward driving experience. This cool cloth surround in between the two front seats here. That's interesting. Let's see how it does off the line. Not too bad. You get the occasional rough start from this drivetrain. It's a little bit lurchy off the line, but once you get going, it's pretty smooth. You only get lane departure warning, no lane keep assist. Though that said, in my short stint in this week, the adaptive cruise control seems to work very well. You can skip 5-mile-an-hour increments, super easy to adjust that. You can change your following distance right here with the press of a button. Nice to have those features in a car for 23 grand. It's kind of hard to beat. All right, guys, so summing up the Nissan Kicks, some highlights. Love these seats. Nissan does such a good job with their zero gravity seats. They're very comfortable, perfectly bolstered, really nice back support. I've been having some funky back issues lately, so I appreciate sitting in a car like this, and you really notice the difference, especially on longer drives. Very usable car. This is a very nice interior, size-wise, for the packaging and exterior dimensions of this Nissan Kicks. It's priced well, it drives well enough. I mean, it's just kind of an appliance of a driving experience, nothing too special or unique. I think it kind of lacks some of the funkiness and excitement of the old Nissan Juke. Unfortunately, that used to be a pretty fun car to drive in some situations. And in this Nissan Kicks, there's not really a lot of fun to the driving experience, but there doesn't necessarily need to be. I think if you want a slightly more refined and fun to drive vehicle, I would highly recommend the new Nissan Sentra. Feels a little bit nicer behind the wheel, though you don't quite get the packaging out of this Kicks. Tons of room in the back, super easy to get in and out of. This is going to be a very attractive car, and it's kind of hard to beat the pricing on this, and a lot of buyers, I think, are really going to appreciate that. It rides well, drives well enough, very easy and functional interior with the button layout, immediately recognizable and easy to use. No infotainment system with deep menus. Apple CarPlay connects seamlessly. Everything has been very straightforward this week. You get a 4-star crash test rating, a decent warranty with this. Should be a good daily driver. We do have the Bose premium sound system in this Kick, so let's do a quick sound system test and we'll wrap up the video there. The Bose is decent. Might be worth swinging that extra $1,200 for the premium package if you want the heated steering wheel, heated seats, Bose premium audio. There's a few other features that I'll include in the description. All right, guys, that's the Nissan Kicks. Neat little package for 25 grand. Very fuel efficient these days with higher gas prices. Might be a good option for those just looking for a basic, nice daily driver. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.